different time though. You're like, dog, what is this? This ain't Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Las Vegas, so you know in Las Vegas, time's a little different. Wasn't like I was kicking it. I wasn't outside. I ain't outside yet. Don't do that. That's too soon. But nah, I just was like, yo, it's the summer. Relax. Put your shoulders down, Wiley. Let's live a little bit. So we're gonna live a little bit. Love to all you guys who rocking and rolling with your boy, making sure that this live stream is working. Since I'm on the road, like road. Man, but we're gonna talk about this show. We got Gil's Arena, new home. He survived some backstabbing, some betrayal, he says, chaos, all the things. We're gonna talk about how LeBron James is ruining the NBA and Richard Jefferson. And Boogie Cousins is gonna have to respond to that, talk through that. Colin Coward says he knows where LeBron is going. We're gonna give him the floor. We're gonna give him the mic and say, what it do? We're gonna talk through that. And everybody watched the World Cup yesterday. That was sick. We're gonna talk about the US World Cup chances to win a championship, to win it all. Can we ever do it? The future of America and that sport. Bill O'Brien, other coaches calling out NIL. Boy, it's crazy how this NIL got everybody all of a sudden want to make some rules up. Like, when the coaches were doing what they wanted to do, it wasn't no rules. Wild, wild west. We're going to talk through that. And we also going to go through the athletes' salaries over the years. This is crazy. This video, insane. You're going to be like, yo, Cat's been making dough for a minute, but there is way more dough to make right now. So let's have some fun. And then I'll tell you some Vegas stories at the end. It's some crazy stuff. I'm like, what are y'all doing outside? Oh, my God. Is this what I've been missing? Man, I know one thing. I better lose some weight. I tell you what, you can't be big and single. They don't add to get. You got to, I'm walking around here like a triple bacon cheeseburger classic from Wendy's. I need to just be a single patty. So I'm on the water fast right now. I've been talking to a lot of cats out there who've been talking through that. Look at my biscuit. Look at that. And Bruce Lee, woo, the philosopher, the martial artist himself. All right, let's get into this. These topics are sick with it. Let's first get here because people are talking about Richard Jefferson, who responded to all the LeBron talk that's going on. Will y'all leave this boy alone? Let's go. Is it working?
And then all of a sudden, then Phil Jackson magically appears. Like Phil Jackson jumped ship and was like, you know what? I'm going to jump over here because I see these studs. So now they win 3 championships. And so for people to say that it was chasing rings and LeBron left the original team that he was drafted, people forget that Grant Hill and T-Mac teamed up in Orlando. And if not for Doc Rivers it up, Tim Duncan would have been there. It's true.
Tim Duncan was okay. I love Richard Jefferson, man. I love how lighthearted he is. I love his levity. I love the fact that he over there breaking this thing down to the very last compound, all the things. What I want to say is let's just make sure we understand perspective. I know all y'all ain't 51 years young like me, so you don't get this. But here's the real. Dog, back in the days, all this tougher NBA, all this, oh, we stuck together NBA, oh, I didn't go ring check, all this, I stay loyal to my team NBA, all this, I built it from the mud NBA is a big lie. And it's not because they're liars, it's because they're not telling the full whole truth. The full whole truth is, boy, y'all couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, it's real loyal to stay in your yard and claim your hood when you can't leave. They couldn't leave. Do y'all understand that even in the NFL, free agency didn't start to 92? Like, for real, like, with real freedom, like, I could go without these consequences being so severe. Yeah, guys here and there went to a different team, but they didn't have player empowerment. So they didn't have player movement. We got to stop giving them credit for something that they never had. They didn't have it. That's what credit is. You ain't got it. So that's where this is coming from, the spirit of this. And if you look at it through that lens, you start to realize, oh, they on some BS. All these tough guys. Like, your granddaddy talking about, I walked uphill both ways, boy, to go to school. Yeah. granddaddy. Y'all ain't had cars. Like, let me say.
Tim Duncan was on the way.
It is very true.
That's true. Tim Duncan is like my big brother. I love him to death.
Yep.
And I remember asking him a question. He goes, once Doc Rivers literally said, "Hey, look, we're gonna get it done with or without you." And Tim was like, "Oh, excuse me." The fact that Tim Duncan, Grant Hill, and T-Mac, and if not for Grant Hill's ankle injury, Grant Hill was a top 5 player in the league when he left Detroit. And T-Mac left Toronto. They were literally doing a big 3 in 2003. They were doing that. So now all of a sudden NBA fans forget, and all the people that want to be narrative driven, like LeBron ruined the NBA. It's simple. You haven't followed the history of the game.
Simple. Y'all don't know the history of the game, and that's happening everywhere. Look, we living in a country right now where they're trying to remove some of the history. The problem with removing history is you're going to be doomed to repeat it because you're going to act like it never happened. It did happen. Like back in the days, cats couldn't go nowhere. So now that guys can go wherever they want, I don't think it should come with the negative connotation that these guys are weak or soft or punks. Dog, do we forget how in elementary school you used to go to the free throw line and make your free throw? You the first captain, your boy make the free throw, he the second captain, and then you just start picking the best players. Every now and then you pick your homie, even though he ain't that good. But you always, I want the best player. Oh, you got him. I got the best player. You got him. I got the best player. Then you got smart and savvy and was like, all right, we got to snake draft this. Like, I can't just keep going back and back. Like, you get 2 and then I get 1. Then I get another one. Then you go, you get 2, I get 2. Why we keep doing this?
Shaq left Orlando and Penny and a finals team to come to LA because he wanted to do movies. But nobody talks about him ring chasing. He won his 3 championships in LA. So when you talk about discrediting Bron, 100%. And that's what it is. People are going to do that when people want to be negative about how he approached the game. Go back.
People always going to root for what they like. Like, you know, what's that old saying? People ain't gonna remember what you did. They're gonna remember how you made them feel. How you make them, they like, what they feel, what their emotions are. Wherever you take them emotionally is where they're gonna go. To the point where you can start ranking players higher than they should be just because you like them, right? And there's a lot of players you like. Also, the flip is true. You don't like them, so you ain't gonna rank them that high. Let's get real. If we real, Steph Curry is gonna get ranked, no matter how high he deserves, higher than that because people like him. And then Kevin Durant, no matter how high he deserves, people gonna rank him lower than that. Just that simple.
All the stuff we see it on social media. Go back and compare his 8 years with Shea's 8 years. Go back and compare his 8 years with Jokic's 8 years. 1 conference finals, 1 championship. Obviously, he was one of the higher vote getters for MVP, but he didn't qualify. But if you go look at the success he had during his tenure with LA,
you're talking about Bron's
Bron.
Yeah, so he's talking about LeBron. LeBron as a Los Angeles Laker is the same as Jokic with Denver. It's the same as Giannis with Milwaukee. It's the same. 1 championship, conference finals, playoff team, blah, blah, blah. But we dissing the hell out of LeBron, even though LeBron didn't even come after Kobe in the sense of Kobe was at his peak powers and the Lakers were winning championships. It was the dark days and Kobe was gone for a couple years. Then LeBron comes and he's like, yo, I can restore this. He fired old Betsy back up and she can ride again. And we mad at him. It don't make no sense, dog. That's what this is about. They're just really moving the goalposts on LeBron, whether it's because they don't like him or because he's that damn good and his expectations are absurd and they're not logical. Either way, they moving the goalposts.
No, I'm talking about.
Let me answer this. Somebody in the comments said, the Ben C said, why is he bringing up Shaq? Because if we were really looking at Shaq the way that we're looking at LeBron, he did the same thing. He was in Orlando. It didn't work out. Let me get traded. All right, I go to LA. I want to be a star out off the court. By the way, it ain't that bad that Kobe's here and Phil Jackson comes and then they win those. Like, they always are thinking out the box. They always moving when they could move. LeBron left Dwayne Wade because he was like, yo, your knee okay? Your game okay? I know you still top, but you all right? And then he saw Kyrie over there in Cleveland, where he from, and he was like, I know he all right. I'm going back to Cleveland. Come on. He traded in his boy D-Wade, whatever issues he had on the court, because D-Wade was slightly starting to show you some wear and tear. And he looked at Kyrie, he's like, ain't no wear and tear there. I'm out. Shaq did the same thing. Come on, y'all.
MVP. But I'm saying his stretch of 8 years was on par with Shay's years. Shay's gonna get a statue in OKC.
Right.
It's on par with Jokic. How in LA, people are like, they glad that he's gone. Did you ever forget what it looked like before he got there?
It was boo-boo.
It was
horrible.
boo-boo.
Yeah.
And so that's to me when I start to see all these people, especially Lakers, especially Lakers and LA people. God rest Kobe's soul. God rest Kobe's soul.
Did y'all catch that joke? He said y'all starting center was Robert Sacre. No diss, but come on, y'all. Stop playing. And people always want to know why I'm not a clutch client. Trust me. If I was a clutch client, I wouldn't be in no trouble in any other facets of my life. Let's just be real. I'm not a clutch client, but I will always save greatness. And LeBron is great. And I'm not doing it for LeBron's sake. I'm going to be selfish about this. If sports media is allowed to criticize LeBron James, who is at worst the second best player to ever play the sport of basketball, if we give license to killing him, we all got to duck, except Michael Jordan. And I ain't living in a world where I got to duck. I'm proud of my career. I don't give a damn what somebody say. Don't line me up against somebody. I know the Hall of Famers got me beat, and then some of those fringe Hall of Famers got me beat in terms of playing football. But being real, this is going to be funny. Listen to this. I think I'm like top 2,500 player ever. I don't know where I rank. Don't really give a damn. But I know one thing. You ain't about to kill my career. I worked too hard to get there, worked too hard when I was there, and I'm too proud of it since it's over. Simple as that. And if y'all gonna kill LeBron, yeah, I know I'm in trouble.
A lot of people did, like, on the heels of Kobe's passing and LeBron, they did not want that spotlight shared in LA.
Right.
And there are Laker fans and then there's Kobe fans.
Right.
Yeah.
There's LeBron fans and then there's Laker fans.
Mhm.
And that's where the clash, in my opinion. The Kobe fans wanted nothing to do with Bron being in LA wearing that purple and gold because Kobe was their guy. Laker fans were like, hey, but people were miserable the whole time because there was a comparison to Kobe, and that part they missed out on so much good basketball. Right. And the dude literally kept the all-time leading scorer title in LA. Kareem, that was one of the Lakers' big things. Kept it in LA. And like, blah, blah, blah. It's been sad to watch, and I'm glad he's fucking gone. And I promise you, LA, y'all are in for an interesting 5 fucking years.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me say this, and let's be real about it. He ain't lying. Like, I just right now, no, and I'm not a Laker fan, so I may be not the right person to say this, but I do know LA because I'm an Angelino, you know? That 10 freeway gets gangster. And if you leave and work 5 o'clock and you on the west side and you got to get downtown to catch that Laker game at 7:30, you already know if you're smart, it's probably better to leave early from work, but it's okay. You can still make it on time. But then it starts to get into motivation, right? When things get heavy and overwhelming, it ain't why you're doing them, it's what you have to do. That's when you feel it. So whenever you feel like life is too heavy, stop thinking about what you got to do and just think about why. So imagine you get off of work 5 o'clock this upcoming season, and you're like, all right, why am I going to this Laker game? To see Luka. Hell yeah, it's worth seeing Luka. What else is there? Austin Reeves? I mean, I love Austin Reeves' game, and I love how he's improved. And so now you start thinking about what you got to do. You mean I got to fight all this and do all this? Is this game still on TV? Yes, it is. I'm just telling you. Look, people going to show up. It's going to be a lot of those sellouts that is by tickets, but not by people. Like the tickets going to be sold, but the people may not be in there. I don't know. I just know that's a lot to do. 41 of them damn treks down on, that 10 freeway be gang related. I'm going to take Olympic. Okay. And then you're going to get there and you're going to see Luka and Austin Reeves is next. Meanwhile, you can be at home and watch it on the NBA package and you get to see Philly. They got Hedgecombe, they got Maxey, they got Brown, they got Embiid, they might have Brown. Man, if you don't stop playing me, I'm talking about like entertainment. I'm not just talking about ball. Austin Reeves is a baller. I'm talking about entertainment. Okay, so let's finish this topic. We got a couple more hits on this topic. Show some love to the cats who are breaking this down to the very last compound. Uh, LeBron, where you going? I know somebody that knows. You do too. Let's talk through it. Shout out to Max Kellerman. Talked to my dog yesterday. The Kellerman.
LeBron's stunning Warrior decision is how it's fronted. Which, did they just give something away? Are they revealing something about LeBron's decision? Is he going to the Warriors?
He got on that different stroke shirt. He got that down the world don't move. Look at Rich Paul. Boy, that's them kitty shirts that I used to rock. I love them. I need one of those. Who used to make them shirts? Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't even understand that.
So, let me just say this.
I don't know
Mitch.
what he's doing.
If he is going to the Warriors, Golden State, who, in terms of worldwide brands, you and I spent a lot of time, not together, but we see each other there up in the Bay Area because they owned the NBA championship for a while. Even when they lost, it was still Game 7 was still played up there. 15, 16, 17.
If that was
18.
to happen, Max,
you have the two faces, the two undisputed faces of the league on the same team.
What happens? First of all, you notice the NBA schedule is not out yet.
That's gangster. Come on, y'all. We got to love or hate LeBron. It is gang related. Gangster. Like the verses this Thursday, YG and Gang. I'm going to be there too. I got to be there. Somebody got to represent the other side. Let me stop. That is the most gangster thing I think I've heard since Jordan was getting those 1 year, $30 million deals. I thought that was gangster. I was like, oh man, he pulling it. In part though, he had to because he couldn't get the long-term deal he wanted. So it's not full gangster. Full gangster is the NBA and the TV partners are waiting for LeBron to say, where are you going? So we can shift the whole schedule around and put those games on TV. Oh. Do you know how hard you got to be? How good you have to be for the networks to wait on you? Y'all mad at this man.
Right.
Why isn't it out yet?
Because LeBron hasn't made his decision yet.
You said that. I didn't.
Or maybe he has. He just hasn't told anyone. Or maybe he has. I just don't know about it.
You also said that. No, I did. That's a good segment on the show. You said
that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you like that segment?
We should do that. But the NBA will have to give them 60 nationally televised games.
You think they get 60?
I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but
how many?
At least half.
40 nationally televised games,
if not more.
I would say 40 sounds realistic
because I think Steph by himself, not by himself, but with Steph, Clay, and Dre, and then when it was the LeBron, Kyrie, K-Love, that team, I think between those two teams, they might have had 30 each nationally televised games. I could be wrong, but we should look it up. You also got to have two different hotels because you got to have a Fugazi hotel that you park the fake buses in front of.
And then you have to have where the players don't get harassed
because they won't get.
This is what I'm saying. First of all, it's Silicon Valley. LeBron.
Yeah, yo. Blah. He basically saying the star-powered entertainment value is going to be so big. Let's just keep this thing rolling. That ain't no way you're going to be doing all this. This ain't going to be normal. This is not normal. Simple as that. And I'm like, all right, it ain't got to be normal. It ain't got to be normal. Oh, let's see if Colin going to talk about it. Let's go. Let's give it up, Colin. And then we out of here on this topic. Let's go.
Something I learned about 20 years ago when I started doing syndicated radio is that cities and towns are very insecure if you criticize them. Don't criticize a Cincinnati or a Midland, Texas. Oh, they'll go crazy. But yet the state and the area of America that gets the most criticism and doesn't really fire back is California. And maybe it's because they can't hear the complaints over the ocean breeze coming through their window. They don't care what you think.
That part is too fresh out here. We don't stole too many of your grapes from every city where they live. LA. All that Jay-Z, New York, King of New York, Yankee hat. Yeah, you wearing it on the West Sea for Leah Neal.
And they never have. That doesn't mean people can't afford it and leave or they don't like the taxes. But the security of California is if all 50 states were kids, they're the best looking one with the nicest car, nicest wardrobe, best real estate, and they know tech better than everybody else too. Oh, did I mention they're rich and handsome? And my point being is LeBron James, I'm hearing all these teams that are interested. I read a story this morning about the T-Wolves, Minnesota, and the Sixers, Philadelphia. And I actually think those are really good teams.
Yeah.
And championship viable if LeBron went.
Can y'all imagine that Sixers team? Both of them, but the Sixers team would be insane. Both teams would be insane. He ain't going there, though. He got a little Zuri, a little daughter. She out here balling. What's she playing, volleyball or something? He ain't going nowhere. And if he is, he's going to go as close as possible. Chris Paul, his boy, pulled this off at the end of his career. Remember when Chris Paul, what was the last stints? It was like Phoenix. Didn't he go to Golden State too? It was like Phoenix. It was like Houston. He was like basically drawing the tightest circle, the tightest NBA circle outside of Sacramento, it looked like. He was drawing the tightest NBA circle based on location to be next to the family. And that's Chris Paul, his boy. Come on, y'all. We can see through this.
But it's a winter league. 80% of games in the NBA are played between late October and late March. And LeBron may be from Akron, but he moved his family to California. And I think the Warriors have a real shot because of the state of California. The weather, the golf, the friends. It's hard to explain to people. I moved to Chicago. I didn't move because I didn't like California. It's family stuff. Wife's turn to make a decision. California's great. Weather's unbelievable. I mean, the people that live in California, I always laugh.
He was about to say, I ain't want to go. I heard you. It's okay.
Ones that criticize it, from Kentucky, guy that went there once as a kid to Disneyland. These athletes that go to California, they're not going there for the tax breaks and the easy commutes and the affordable housing. You just bake that in. I mean, look at all the stars. The three biggest cities in the country are New York, LA, and Chicago. But New York and Chicago, amazing cities, there's not many stars that live there. But yet in California with worse traffic, less affordable housing, brutal taxes, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Ohtani could have gone anywhere. He was already in California. He's like, I just want to go to a better place in California, the Dodgers. Luka, Trout, Yoshi, Stafford, Puka, Garrett, McVay, even the coaches are stars. And I think about this because I live in Chicago. I've been to New York a lot. In fact, I'm going in a couple of weeks. I lived in Los Angeles. LA, you can hide in plain sight.
Look at that. Santa Monica, SoFi. Shout out to St. Monica, the Mariners, my alma mater. I'm an alum. You can hide in plain sight and you can get starstruck out there. It's like, which way you want to play?
If you're a celebrity. It's hard to hide in a lot of places. And I keep thinking about this with LeBron, is that LeBron's got cold Minnesota, stacked roster, cold Philadelphia, great roster. He could go back to Cleveland. I would totally understand that. That's different. That's home. Home's different. I don't like rain, but the Pacific Northwest is where I'm from. It feels different when I visit. It just does. It's where I grew up. The land, the soil, the friends, the weather, the teams. Home doesn't count.
Home doesn't count. Home doesn't count. So you can give him the exemption of going back to Cleveland, except I don't think it's going to be the exception. I think he's going to pick it because he already left them with the best taste in their mouth, pause, that you could ever leave them with. I was forced to come here. Played 7 years, got y'all to the finals. Can't do it right now. Look at this roster. Let me go get it where I know it's going to be obvious. Me, Bosh, Wade, what? I'm going to come back, though. I'm coming back. I just got to go stack my chips. I'll be back. Chill. Then he come back. Wow. Give you one of the best championships ever. We beat the best team in the regular season in NBA history, 73-win team. Come back from 3-1. Can't do no better. The story has been written. There will be no sequel or trilogy, I should say. There will be nothing responding to that. That was the best ending. There's only going to be Rocky 2. He ain't doing Rocky 3, which obviously Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 are probably the best ones. Anyway, you're not going back there. Why are you going to go back there and mess up all that great? I mean, you left that place perfect. They were pumped. They went from burning your jersey to whatever you want, King, whatever you want, King. You're going to Golden State, y'all. Let's stop playing these games.
But I keep coming back to Once you live in LA, man, if you can afford it, it is hard to leave California. Steph Curry doesn't take phone calls. Steve Kerr, yeah, give me a couple more years. Everybody knows it's expensive. Everybody knows about the earthquake. Everybody knows about the traffic. Everybody knows about everything. And no state gets ripped more. But I'm thinking as LeBron, I've been told he's going to make a decision. I believe he's going to make a decision tomorrow. I think he's so calculated. He knows I'm going to let these 2 big World Cup games go by. I'm going to come in tomorrow afternoon or Friday and make the call. I really believe that. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. He's always been a smart business guy. I want to,
That's another angle. I love Colin, man. Why we all, not all, let me stop being hyperbolic. People questioning LeBron like LeBron ain't already did this, handled this, did it properly. And no matter how you do it, they're going to take it or twist it the way they want to. He literally sat in a Boys and Girls Club with a button down on, gave him $5 million before he even showed up and said, look, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. And we destroyed this dude. You think he give a damn about how long we want to wait in our timeline? And when you want to make a decision, the TV networks are waiting. The fans are waiting. Oh, you're a power freak. Oh, you just want attention. You're an attention whore. Shut up, dog. I do what I want. I hope he actually literally recreates the decision. He goes on the golf course, puts on the polo, and then he just has Jim Gray there. Just do it again. Like, just finger in their face. Shut up. Just do it. Do it.
And he's letting this thing froth. And it's Minnesota and it's Philadelphia and everybody's talking about it. I think LeBron's sitting there thinking, listen, I can't guarantee a championship with Cleveland, Philadelphia, Minnesota, but I could be a 50-minute flight from home. That flight up and down California, San Francisco, look out the window. I've flown it a few times. Man, it's pretty.
And quick. Pretty is pretty quick, as we say. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. I'm LeBron, man. Look, I learned a valuable lesson maybe a week or two ago. And I've been saying it and professing it for so long, but I had to learn it. I had to really internalize it. I had to really see it executed, which is, what does selfish and what does selfless have in common? What does selfish and selfless have in common? Self. Yeah, it's weird. I know we in this world, we get told, a lot of our world is told to us externally, like in terms of we supposed to care about you or care about it or care about, achievement, accolade, people, all these things outside of you. And then to juxtapose that, to contrast that, isn't it crazy in real life? You could be doing that. And there are people pleasers out there. There are socialites. There are people who just want to just kiss up to everybody. Friend circles, like I'm down for my N-words. I'm down for my ninjas. Everybody, I represent my block, down for my hood. Like, everybody always talking about what they are based on an association externally. And then what hits you in life more important than anything else? The old saying, health is wealth. And what is health? Health ain't them. Health ain't that building. Health ain't that hood. Health is what's going on the inside with you, mental, physical, spiritual. Ain't it gangster? You learn the hard way that health is wealth. But before then, you trying to get wealth. And how do you get wealth? Out there. You use everything in here to get it out there. Everything you want out there is already in here. Mentally, vision, attributes. So I had to learn that the hard way, even though I knew that. I knew it, but I wasn't living that. I was putting other things before me. Gang related, dog. If I'm LeBron, and I know LeBron knows this, I'm putting me first. He thinking about his daughter, which is him, and he like, yo. I think that dude is going to Golden State. That's my bet. Y'all bet. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Where is he going? Let's see who's in here. Stomp is number 1. He doubling number 2, who is Trap Music. Art Hunter is 3. DB Cooper's 4, and Jay Humps is 5. Ooh. When I do the show at a different time, we get different cats in here. We got some new booty in there. All right. Love to all you guys, man. Beat it up in the comments. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And become a member. Or hit the super chat. If you hit the super chat, I'll chop it up with you right now. I stop what I'm doing because you are about to ruin. All right, let's get into this topic, man. Love to that beat it up. Let me know where you think LeBron's going, and then we're going to move on. We got to talk about Gil's Arena and his new home. As he says, survive backstabbing, betrayal, chaos, all the things. Yes, Gilbert Arenas is back. And we're going to go through that real quick. Talk about Gil's Arena, my dog. Crazy. Oh, I got, hold on. Let me stop. Let me get this right first. So, Gil and I talked. I mean, literally, I was in Orlando. It may have been a day before. Kaboom! Breaking news. And he told me everything. And we were just chopping it up like, what's up? What's new? What's cracking? And I was like, oh, okay. And you know me, a lot of times when I'm out, I don't be trying to do no content. I'll be like, man, I'm in the zone. I'm in there with the itty bitties and all that stuff. So I didn't jump to do it. And then obviously, when I got fresh out after the first 48, ignorant, I'm like, oh, it broke. It came out. And I was like, all right. So I didn't really give that the proper reaction, but I knew it. And I had put so many breadcrumbs together. We were talking about, laughing about that. He was like, dog, you knew, but you just got the person, the place wrong. I thought it was going to be Amazon, but I ain't wrong. That's a whole nother video. I could do that one. I wasn't wrong. I was wrong, but not wrong, if you know what I'm saying. I'll break it down in another video. But let's get into this right now. Gilbert Arenas, new home. Got a new home, Gil. What you about to do? All right. What you gonna do? We got to do this right here. Yeah, right here. This is the first video I saw. Tell me y'all saw this as well. Gil arriving at his press conference on camera, talking that talk. That's probably fake jewelry because he always talk about how he loves to wear fake stuff. I love this dude too much.
So crazy. You're supposed to be fighting, man.
Oh, that's Swaggy P. He was doing fat boy things. They got
that good sparkling at Saratoga. Feel like Acho all out here.
That's dope. So look, the big three. Obviously, there's some missing pieces. Kenyon Martin out there, Rashad McCants. I mean, there's 1,000 videos I could do on how they broke up and the chemistry and backstabbing, betrayal, but we'll get through it. Shannon Sharp. I know there's a connection. I know there's a lot of the Shannon Sharp connection in here. Break it down in the comments. I got to go a deeper dive. Is he on Shay Network?
They treating you all right? God bless Playmaker. God bless America. Only in America, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Science on that. All right. So dope. Because they're on Playmaker. And Playmaker has a ton of distribution and sales and NBA catalog and NBA inventory. Smart move. Like he gonna be deeper in the NBA than he ever could before. Because you know, where they were before, they would put it up on the screen and try to show it third camera so that they ain't get in trouble. You know the game. You ain't gotta do that no more. He on Playmaker. That's NBA partner, right? So love that. Let's talk through this. Let's get a little nerdy. It happens. I know y'all don't like reading, so I'll read for you. Just listen. Okay. Right here. Let me stop this real quick. We're going to read through this. I know it's an article. Y'all like, man, chill, Wiley. Chill, dog. We ain't about to read all that. I'll read it real quick. But it's interesting to see it because it's a good article about what's going on with Gilbert and everybody. So let's do it. All right, here we go. Gilbert Arenas signed with Playmaker after ugly split relaunch. Gil's Arena will return daily starting in August. Yay. Okay, good. One of the most notorious. Oh, I can't do all that. That's corny. NBA commentators. All right, Rocky season. He was with Underdog, shut it down. Original content, working quietly. Okay, he's working with Playmaker on the relaunch. Josiah's on there, obviously. We saw Nick Young, who calls himself his Memphis Bleak. He's like, you, Jay-Z, and I'm Memphis Bleak. I'm always going to have a job. I'm working with you. So that's the game. All right. So while Underdog kept ownership of the Arena YouTube channel after the split, Arena's personal YouTube channel has a strong start for the new show with more than 330,000 subscribers on its own. So, okay. So we know where to find it. It's on his own personal channel, but he still keeps the brand of it. And that's a good start. Think about it. You're already monetized. You already get the perks, YouTube premium, YouTube subscription, all that stuff. So good. Now, it's not what he had before, which I think was at 1 million something, but whatever. There's all kind of ways you play it. Emmanuel Acho and his channel, what's the show? Speak Easy. When he left Fox, he negotiated somehow, some way. He got the Fox Old Undisputed channel, which has 2.61 million subscribers. And then, you know, he bought that, and all those subscribers, I'm sure a lot fell off, but a lot came on. So his numbers, I don't know where they are exactly right now, but they could be still holding steady. But the point is, you have the volume, whether they participate, watch, view, or not. You got the volume of 2.61 million. I'm at 566,000. So a little better start than where Gilbert has to restart at 330, but he gonna quickly catch up because of sales and distribution and pass me soon, right? Even though I'm passing people, he gonna pass me. I can see it. So the point is, this is still 0.1 percentile. I do a lot of this data analytics, and I have to do it for partnerships. Dog, we in the 0.1 percentile. And that's where Gilbert's starting from. So you know he's about to hit the ground running. All right, a social media post following the layoff of the entire arena crew. Nick Young seemingly confirmed he would join him, as we said. The previous cast had Rashad, McCants, Kenyon, Martin, Lou Williams, and Brandon Jennings. Oh, yeah, Brandon Jennings gone. Compton gone. Okay. I didn't know Lou Williams was on that show like that. Beat it up in the comments. That's news to me. All right, so Arenas is part of a new crop of retired athletes like myself, embracing consistent live content that caters to younger audiences. Yeah. I think my audience is old as hell, but whatever. It's an audience who spend time on YouTube and Twitch more than traditional television or even streaming services. With greater control over his business and massive audience that he can hope to transport over from the underdog show, Arenas should again be one of the leaders in the pack this NBA season, okay? New daily episodes starting in August. Yeah, it's going down. This stuff is Gil's Arena. All right. And I think one of the shows, tell me if I'm wrong, is this show right now. And I love it. You know my guy. Shout out to my guy, LaVar Ball. Has the LaVar Ball show. And tell me if I'm wrong. Beat it up in the comments. It's on Gil's Arena. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's on Gil's Arena. I keep seeing them together and they talk about that partnership. Let's break this down. Love this.
The way you was moving. And I was kind of disappointed when you stopped talking. Because I thought Lonzo needed you the most. Mm-hmm. Come out game one. Oh, game two. He don't have two back-to-backs. He don't have two back. That's not how he goes. Right. Boom. Triple double. And I was like, damn, like that's, you know what I mean? Because you did something that the world never really seen.
Man, with intention, with calculation. He didn't get his flowers. He still hasn't. He probably never will. People don't understand the sacrifice he made. I grew up with him and his family. His brothers went to my high school, right? We went to Westchester together. State champions or something deep. I think they won state championship, the twins. But LA, it's a weird space, especially in 88 to 92. I went to Westchester for 88 to 90. It was tough. Like I went to Westchester in part to get away from the real gangs that were closer to where I lived. I took the bus to Westchester, 20, 30 minutes. But the gangs are really close to where I live, Crenshaw, Dorsey. That's walking distance, jogging distance from where I was. That was gangsta. I wasn't going to manual arts. That's gangsta. I ain't doing all that, right? So you try to export and get away, and then Westchester was gangsta, right? They used to have all these type of beefs and shootouts. So he calculated, my brothers is dealing with this madness. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go find me a woman. We're going to make some kids and make these basketball players, and let's go. And we all seen it documented from that point. But just to have that type of intention. And look, they made it the journey. They made it the journey of getting those kids out the house, and all three successful. That was my goal too, to get the kids out the house by any means necessary. But mine kind of blew up in my face. Not kind of, it did. It's okay. I'm still going to do it. The remix, LaVar Ball, that's what I'm on.
A father who introduced power into the kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's very different right? Where it's
right.
You push the positive and you gave the power into them,
exactly.
And that's not how it usually worked.
Gilbert's like, y'all, you got to jump in here and help me. I know this is our new show, but you got to say something. Nah, in all seriousness, we know LaVar. You got to worry about him talking. It is insane how good of a father figure he was to carve out that much opportunity, attention, power for his kids.
And it was just so different. So then the positive dad becomes negative.
Right.
How does that work? You know, so we was just sitting back watching, trying to figure out, like, was this a good move? Was that a bad move? And me and my dad was like, I don't know. He's tapping into his own territory. We don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Right.
Now we can all say, hey, I got to give you your flowers. Because all three became successful.
Yes.
3 for 3 on success. 3 for 3 didn't make it in the NBA, but 3 for 3 in success.
This is the longest question ever. He can't get him to get on. Get on the bus. Take it, LaVar. Let's go.
And a lot of parents can't say that.
Well, here's one of the scenarios which a lot of people don't understand, man. They saw Alonzo. And then what happened was, with Jello still in the glasses, actually, I tell them that was the best thing because it made us go back to go forward. Because you wouldn't even be triple Bs. I found out that the world is bigger outside the U.S. I wouldn't have never went to Australia and China and all these other places if it wasn't for Jello. That's why I created my JBA league so we don't have to go back to college. And that alone right there made the college look up and say, man, we better do something with this NIL. I got Dan LaVar, got these suckers doing this stuff. Hold on, he paying folks. First of all, who said he can take them teams over there? Nobody. I said, we the U.S. We all from the U.S. But I did that straight out of my pocket. I said, man, I ain't waiting for nobody to say, man, we're going to invest in this, we're going to do this. No, I'm going to just go ahead and do it. But it gave my boys the talent to go over there and play against grown men. Nobody's ever going to be able to do what Melo did, which is go to high school, go overseas, go back to high school, and then go back overseas. You're not going to do that. And that's why I tell people, I've been to 18 different countries, so we global. The reason we're not having these other Facebook ain't like it was when we was there, because I found out what the budget was, which you normally don't do. If you find out every season it's 15 million and they only give you 5 as a family, what are the other 10? And we ain't jumping out of no plane. So we're not.
The man knows his value, whether he had assets or not to start this. But as he accumulates them, he never lost sight of that value. And obviously that value just kept going up. So he kept making demands. He kept putting them in situations with higher expectations that a lot of us didn't see. A lot of us didn't see the opportunity. We didn't know how lucrative it was. But think about it. He just said, and they were getting robbed maybe or cheapened. He getting $5 million just to have his family on TV. Come on, y'all. Anybody else doing that?
Not gonna have no more. And I know what they was thinking. Like, oh, he gonna come back to us. That's where you gotta get the money. He gotta come back to us. But I have a brand. I'm the only one to ever come into the NBA with his own brand. And you know what they tell me, Gil? You know, big baller, you cost your boys the bag. I said, you goddamn right I did, because if you can put it in the bag, it ain't enough. Y'all do it like that. The end play is 90% of the NFL, NBA, black. But we don't own nothing. If we don't own nothing, Gil, if we don't own a goddamn thing, our boys ain't gonna be broke. If Jordan died, all that stuff going back to Nike. If I die, all the stuff I got going to my boys.
Wow. Powerful message, man. Legacy. Powerful message. LaVar Ball always talking that talk and always really walking that walk. It's just we get distracted at times because people want to say he's not likable. Did they try to falsely accuse him, slander his name, whack out his murals. I remember some of those interviews that were just straight setups. And Max Kellerman and I used to interview him extensively a lot. And we were one of the safe havens, not the only, but one of, where he used to just come on there, relaxed like always, but really break it down. Like, dog, this is a plan. I remember one of the shows, this is when Lonzo is going to UCLA. And I remember this like yesterday. He said, man, Lonzo gonna be special. He gonna be good. He said, hello, he gonna be all right. He good. It might be a little tougher for him. He said, but boy, I got a baby. I remember him saying it. And I remember LaMelo came up there one time. He said, I got a baby. And this boy can go. I was like, really? I was like, we see you. Like, it felt hype. And we kept laughing and clowning. I was like, it felt hype because Lonzo was so good. So, like, efficient, right? Just in the pocket. And I was like, and okay, your other boy ain't as good as Lonzo. Who is? He going to be the number 2 overall pick. But then you say you got one better than Lonzo? He was like, you don't understand. He said, I ain't even going to say much. I just tell you, he next level. Isn't that sick? And then it came out. It was real. It was real. All right, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Gil's arena and his new moves. And congratulations to my dog, my homie, Gilbert Arenas. We still got on this show. Colin knows where LeBron is going. That's what he said. Well, we just went through that. U.S. World Cup opportunities, Bill O'Brien, athletes, dollars. We're going to get into all those things right now. All right, let's get some. Bad enough, take some. Who's in here? Where the top fans at? Let me get some love to y'all. 4G Mo. Oh, Stomp, you losing. 4G Mo beating you, Stomp. I'm telling you, Stomp, ever since the breaking news, you've been slipping on me, and it's okay. I know how it goes. People be acting a little different because they hear one thing. They be like, I don't know. I don't know. I know it's a judicial system. I know you innocent to guilty, but I don't know. Stomp. I'm going to stop calling you Stomp. I'm going to start calling you Sliding. You sliding away from your boy. Let me stop. Darius 3, Trap Music 4, Art Hunter is 5. Okay. Good. Let's keep going. We got more to go. We got more to do. We got to talk about, I want to do this, college sport. Look at this NIL conversation. This is wow. Look how these coaches all of a sudden, now, everybody got something to say about these college players. Now, this is strong, though. I give them props, but where was all this when them coaches were making all that money and just moving team to team when they wanted to, huh?
I'm not going to be careful about how I say this. It's a terrible system. I mean, the fact that, look, the players to some level should be compensated, but there has to be some type of salary cap, eventually a CBA.
It got to be a salary cap. Why? They got the money. They're going to spend it somewhere. Why not give it to their kids? Let's go.
I trust laws because you get too much disparity, right? The transfer portal has to be relegated.
We got to put a cap because there's too much disparity. Oh, the kids who not making money got to be on the same team with the kids making money. And I dare you let them live like that at 21. But it's okay if they go to the pros, they live like that because at 22, there's going to be disparity on that team too. Or you go into the real world, it's going to be disparity in that damn executive office. You think that CEO with that corner office is making the same as the mailman, the dude in the mailroom? It's a crock. It's okay. Everybody tries to protect their status quo so they can keep eating if they're eating.
You know, regulated is a bad word. Regulated. So you got guys transferring every year, three, 4-time transfers. I mean, I don't think that's not a sustainable model.
Okay, we don't look. I look. Don't get it twisted. I agree. I don't want to see if it were my son going to 9 different damn colleges, and I don't want that. At the same time, if that's open for discussion, why not? Like, I don't see the hazards, even though I don't think it's the best route. You get it? Because look, these schools are offering. I know a kid, Johnson. Forget his first. I think it's Josiah Johnson. He went from high school. Where did he go? Campbell Hall. Did he go to Campbell Hall? He went to College of Colorado year 1. Year 2, he's at Texas. Then all of a sudden, Spears Jr. reclassifies. Now they're going to be teammates at Texas. And when I say he is the best point guard I've ever seen with my eyes at that young level, not gigantic though, 6'1", 6 feet. I don't know where he is. He measurements. IQ, floor general, like never before. He sets traps and then he just gets there and detonates traps and laughs at you. He's insane. Watch when he go to Texas now. Bigger platform, bigger school, bigger institution, obviously NIL more. And then you get the reclassifying of Spears and their teammates. People ain't even put that together in the media yet. I ain't seen it. Maybe it's out there. What's wrong with that? That's his second college in 2 years. Watch what happens this year. You're going to be like, oh, I'm glad they did that.
It's not a sustainable model for college football. when you think back to the NIL was meant for the Joe Hams, the Doug Flutys, the Matt Ryans, the Bo Jacksons. Those were the faces of the program that brought the money. Their jersey sales, and they brought the money. That doesn't mean that kids shouldn't be compensated. I'm not saying that.
Nobody said you weren't saying that or you were saying that. Stop it, Bill O'Brien. Look, you went back to Doug Flutie and said that's what NIL was intended for, and we just now getting NIL a few years ago. So that means we a little late. This milk is spoiled. Okay? Let these kids be kids at the same time. Let them have the business success that comes with them being high-profile kids. They're not normal, so why are you trying to give them normal rules, right? That's like all of a sudden you grab a jungle animal, and we do it, domesticate it, that's fine, but you're going to have to put some respect on that. It is a wild animal. You got to put some respect on how you treat it. No. Treat them like everything else. They're not normal. Nobody has ever seen 80,000 people gather and tailgate for a damn chemistry test. It ain't happening. It won't happen. So stop acting like you're going to treat him like a chem major. He ain't.
You should, but it's a little bit crazy to where there's no rules. Like, you don't know, you have no idea what to believe. Every guy's got an agent. Some agents are very reputable. Some of them are not.
Oh, we don't know who to believe. Don't you have an agent? We don't know who to believe. Everybody has an agent if you got some dough coming in. Come on, man.
Charging these kids 10 to 15% on what they're making. Other agents that are very reputable are doing a great job with their clients. But every high school kid that you're recruiting has an agent. Is that what it was meant to be? I
don't give a damn what it was meant to be. This is where we are. You know what I mean? Like, listen to how slick it gets. And I like Bill O'Brien. I have no problems with him. I just got problems with what he's saying right now. He stopped saying this, we'd be perfect again. What are you talking about, dog? This is see-through.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I am old school. I love college football. I love my job at Boston College. But how in the world is this a sustainable model? I think the more.
Well, that's on you. If you can't sustain the model, don't act like the car is the problem. Like, you can't drive it. Like, you ever think that the car is not the problem? Maybe you just don't know how to drive. No, get rid of that car. I need a car that could drive itself. Okay, that's the only car you could ride? And that actually happens. They say that the self-driving cars are making us worse drivers. Good, because when it's all autonomous, when everyone buys into self-driving, watch the traffic go away. Watch the accidents disappear. It's going to be insane. But until you have full adoption, you have this issue right now of chaos, because we got some driving, some automated. And it's a problem. I can't wait, though. When it's the Jetsons, it's going to be next level.
Or you hear from Coach Saban and some of those, the Urban Meyer and those guys. I mean, that'll help us, hopefully, to get a hold of it. But it's the toothpaste is out of the tube. So if somebody says, well, what if they go to a cap? Well, let's say the cap is $25 million. All right, well, what about these schools that are now at $50 million? Right. Are they going to come back to $25 million? How does that work?
Figure it out. Figure it out. Blah, blah, blah. Like this whole, that was recruiting. That was just straight cap recruiting, right? Straight cap recruiting. Come on, coach. Better than that. No, you're not. Actually, you got to always recruit, so I'm not trying to trip on that. But let's not get into the guise of, we don't know what to do with the money, and the kids don't know what to do with the money, and they're acting crazy and stuff. Yo, adjust. Just like when you tell the kids there's rule changes, adjust. Oh, you can't hit them here anymore. Adjust. Oh, we don't get that much time when we do this now. We only got a recruiting season during this. We can't text you here. And adjust. The ones who adjust and the ones who stay on the right side of it are the ones who succeed. Curt Cignetti just fooled all y'all coaches. He was like, wait a minute. I see how this NIL is working. I see all these people over there getting these 5 stars, and then the 5 star is 17, 18 years young, and he ain't ready fully, but he's still a beast. I see y'all, and y'all wondering why y'all not winning those national championships, all you big story programs, or it's shifting. It ain't no more Alabama, or even before that, SC. It ain't no more of that. Why? Because y'all keep paying these young kids that money. He said, I'm going to get that money, the same amount, but I'm going to spread it to these old cats that ain't as good maybe, but boy, they grown. They're going to buy in. They're going to be more professional. me at 18 versus me at 23, I'm mopping 18. Mopping. I never did squats for real until I was 18. At 23, I was squatting 695 pounds. Went from, I don't know what I squatted at 18. What? 135, 220, I don't know. It wasn't 695. And imagine if I was still in college when I was in my second year in Buffalo. What? I would have destroyed that dude that just got out of high school named me. Simple as that. I was bench pressing 495 at 23. You know what I was bench pressing at 18? 135, 155? Come on, man. Cignetti just fooled all these coaches. So now the coaches, don't try and fool us as parents, fool us as players, fool us as youth level, growing up, graduating to this level. Don't do that. High schoolers, don't fool us. We see you. I ain't gonna call it BS. I'm just gonna say you gotta adjust, brother. To the East Black words, sissy. All right, so love. What topic should we hit next? Let's get into it. Get involved. We got a couple more topics left. I think it'd be fun to get into the money and the World Cup. Yeah, I say the World Cup because I know y'all. Let's do this money and then let's do this World Cup. Look at this. This is a trip. Let's take a trip to the other side of the land with things they plan for the average man. Who know that reference? Every day I'm going to drop a Rap Tourette's reference because it's fun because y'all be trying to find it out and y'all don't always get it. Look at the money. 1997, my first year in the NFL, I made $500,000. So I'm not on this list. I'm going to stop it every year real quick and just give you some brief, like, wow, this is sick. Look at this. And I'm going to turn that music down because I do not want to hear that. All right, 97, 75 million is the top. Jordan, look at the top. So basketball, boxing, Shoemaker, isn't that like F1 or something? Yeah, De La Hoya, Tyson, Tiger, Shaq, Dale Earnhardt, Grant Hill, Joe Sakic. Is that hockey? Okay. That's sick. So now at the top, we got Jordan making, good Lord, 50, 40. Still him and Schumacher out there eating. 99, still Jordan and them. I don't even got to pause this. They're doing a good job. Okay, look at this. Look at that. All right, so F1 is making the most. That's what he is, right? Look at this. Then golf take off. Tiger Woods start wearing that red shirt. Tiger Hoods hit your hood. Look at this. And then the boxing's starting to kick in. Look at De La Hoya making all that money. Where you see Floyd? Floyd ain't even nowhere near there. Floyd ain't on this list. Look at De La Hoya destroying cats. Floyd gonna make the list? What? Floyd didn't make the list? Then Beckham and then soccer when he go to the Galaxy. I thought Floyd made this list. Pacquiao, whoa, wait a minute. How Pacquiao make this list and Floyd ain't yet? Anyway, it's on there. All right, Kobe killing it. Tiger been at the top of this list for a decade, y'all. Just there go Floyd. Floyd kicks in around 2011. All right, pretty boy done turned to Money May. This is sick. Federer, tennis, getting a little resurgence, getting a love back. Ronaldo, soccer. Floyd is, whoa. What? 250 for 14 and paid. Oh, it went higher, 290. Floyd, it paid to be Floyd. That's the highest I've seen it yet. Oh, look at Floyd running that whole 2000s. Oh, I saw 290. It ain't getting there again, is it? Oh, Floyd again? Jeez. Messi. Here we go, Messi. Let's see if it goes. I think it stops a year or two before now. Let's see where it goes. Look at all this soccer. Now we international now. It's soccer. It's tennis. Look at this. Oh, Floyd is like, it's all good. Y'all can make your money. Look at Russell Wilson sneaking up in there with 88 million. I see you, baby. Conor McGregor eating. Good Lord. No wonder that knee gave out. Carrying all that money. Damn, Schumacher. But oof. Phil Mickelson, all this. Mbappe, I see now. Ronaldo stayed consistent, but ain't nobody peaked like Floyd. And not only did Floyd peak, he had a run. Oh, here we go. Ronaldo, go get him. 290. Go get him. Go get him. I'm going. Go get him. Ronaldo, 260. All right, Poppy Terry. Thank you for the clip. That was good. That was really good. All right. I wasn't on that list. I was 500,000 my rookie year. Oh, man, that's sick. All right, let's end it up with the World Cup. Let's finish out with the World Cup, and then we get up out of here. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Yeah, let's do that. Love to all you guys rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what we're doing. Just the beginning, just building. 450 million views. Look at that. In 3 years, 450 million views. Go to all of your favorite cats out there that make content and see how many got more than 450 million views. It's a couple, it's a few, but it ain't all of them. Let's go. Let's get this.
You know, the United States and its citizens generally have a lot of confidence. I mean, we can get to the moon, driverless cars, data centers in space, gene editing. But yesterday, former Premier League player and British broadcaster Jamie O'Hara, he really pushed the limits of what is possible for American soccer.
Let's go.
But I thought you were excellent. I thought you played with intensity. You was exciting. You know, the fans got behind you. You know, I know like the game over there isn't as big as the NBA and NFL, and it's still growing. But, you know, you're talking about a country that's got 350 million people in it. You know.
Yeah, we look great in the World Cup. Give us our flowers. That last game, Belgium, don't count that. Other than that, we looked insane in that World Cup. Real spit.
So they will keep growing, and that country will they will win a World Cup eventually. The USA will win a World Cup. Whether that's in the next 10 years, whether that's in the next 50 years, the USA will win a World Cup because they have got the money, they've got the people, and they've got the resources to make it happen.
And I know some of you, the soccer haters, roll your eyes, but just think about this. The biggest brand in soccer is Brazil. Right now, they're a mess.
Yeah, it's weird. I was looking at Brazil. I was like, that ain't it. I mean, based on their standards, based on their history, based on their resume, that ain't it.
The culture is broken. Brazil. German soccer, drought. Italy's an abject disaster. They can't make the last 3 World Cups. Italy.
Nope.
Yet Moroccan soccer surging due to a strong federation and recruiting. Croatia, 2018-22 World Cup. Elite, toe-to-toe with Brazil's and Argentina's. Norwegian soccer, not exactly a massive brand, found their LeBron James. Little Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Do you know they went toe?
That goalie, that dude's a star now. He was fresh. Heard he getting transferred or something. They trying to get him now.
Toe-to-toe with both Argentina and Spain. Toe-to-toe. And had we played our starters against Turkey A, we would have won 4 games. We had an awful half and weren't as good as we usually are in goal. And we're going to bring back every elite player that we want to the next World Cup, all still in their prime.
That's good. We need that too, because I'm not going to lie, and I'm not about to fake no soccer segment. We need that continuity to build them up in some star power, which will help in the enthusiasm, which always pours in more resources. Think about it. It all goes together. So, you know, I was just hanging out with my boy yesterday. Shout out to Ben Horowitz, who beat me again in golf. So I got lessons tomorrow. I'm not playing. I can't. I guess I am that competitive because he is wearing me out, and I can't have that. So I got to beat him. But more than that, we were watching. We were like, yo, we're into soccer. Now, I hope we can keep some of that fever going, just like, pun intended, fever. Caitlin Clark from college to the pros. She had me last year. She had me the year before. They ain't got me this year. I lost my fever and love for the WNBA like I had it when it was white hot, maybe 2-3 years ago. Angel Reese and her, all the taunting, all that. What's up, girl? And all, it ain't the same right now. I'm trying to get back into it, but hopefully soccer keeps that momentum.
Additions and improvements on the back end. And here's another thing. Because FIFA and global soccer is such a political volleyball. It is a power grab and a money grab. All of it, everywhere, every country. It is so big, it's wildly political. And because of that, the more it matters and the more money involved, you're just inches from dysfunction. That opens the door for America. I don't worry about our players getting better. This team compared to 2 World Cups ago is much technically better.
Yeah.
Will we ever have a Messi? I don't think so. But let's be honest. Did you ever think, Major League Baseball, and Japan's always had great baseball, but somebody significantly better than Babe Ruth? Stuff happens.
Yeah, Shohei is in the building. Y'all ever seen Shohei Ohtani for real, like up close? Massive. Huge. He is it.
Erling Haaland, Norway. Stuff happens. It's a massive country. Don't forget this. We are still today tied with Argentina for the most set piece goals. We've got talent, we've got money, we've got funding. Can we keep our soccer infrastructure? And I say keep as if to maintain. It may be more dysfunctional than I think. To me, that's the key. The money, the population size, and the improvement, that's a huge bonus for us. It's a massive country with a lot of money, more money than anybody else. Can we keep the politics to a minimum, the dysfunction to a minimum, the federation focused on the stuff that's player development? Because this sport has all sorts of dysfunction, and it just opens the doors. Italy's a mess. Germany's in a drought. Brazilians lost its way. Brazil.
Strong points right there. What he's saying basically is there's an opportunity. Right? The old saying, you zig when they zag, things change. What Kobe Bryant always says, famously, he's like, the storm will end. Stay relentless. Right? What's the old saying? If you're going through hell, keep going and you'll prevail. That's what happens. I mean, discouragement, doubt, just not doing what you're supposed to do, you're not going to be ready when that opportunity strikes. And there will be an opportunity. Colin's saying this right now. It feels that way in the next 4 years for the Americans to keep closing the gap. If we keep closing that gap, sooner or later, we're going to be sitting there in the winner's circle. That's what it seems like. Shout out to my boy Courtney Ream, who's on USA Soccer board or is just a big-time supporter. Either way, I've been to more than a few big USA Soccer events. Met the commissioner, all that. Players, all that. They're trying, man. You can see the fruits of their labor in terms of how good and how enthusiastic we were for that sport. So beat up in comments. Let me know how long before you think USA wins a soccer match, the World Cup soccer championship. And the World Cup looked insane yesterday. Super Bowl's in trouble. They put the budget for the World Cup because they like, oh, this is not just an American sport. It's a world sport. They had Madonna. They had Justin Bieber out there with a Shakira. I was just like, the Muppets. It was dope. Love to you guys. I'm in Las Vegas. I'll be back normal. Back tomorrow in Los Angeles, back in La La Land. Vegas was crazy. I got to give you one Vegas story. Let me give you some Vegas story. I'll give you one Vegas story. I realized, one, I got to lose some weight because, if I'm going to be out here, people be speaking. It's weird. Like normal day to day, people don't like really, other than fan stuff or just like regular, people don't really speak to each other. And I'm meaning in the dating sense. Maybe because I was married and people are like, what? But girls be speaking. Let me say one thing though I noticed. One, I am obviously a former football player to every single woman, dudes for sure, but every girl out there be like, ugh. Don't even try and hide it. They literally get on their phone in your face and be like, this you? I was like, golly, girl, way to put them dots together. But more importantly, another thing that I noticed is, man, it's a lot of fat people out here. Like, I'm just going to call it like it is. People out of shape, because I'm at the pool, and I know I'm out of shape, but I am not by myself. I'm like, woo! We need to change. We need to stop saying there's 4 major food groups. There's more than that. And we need to stop eating 3 meals a day. Cut it down to 1. It is just gigantic at the pool. I'm like, man. And if the reason I bring it up, because the ones who are in shape, they have all of the social status. The dudes that walk around like this and the girls that walk around like this, they winning. Everybody else, you got to start triggering or start talking about who you are and what you got and start, money falling out your pocket while you. It just felt that way. It's my first weekend just watching. I went by myself looking at people. I'm just trying to get, put a toe in the water and see how this world is looking forward to getting back to normalcy with my itty bitties super soon this week. So love to all you guys. Keep rocking with your boy. Keep rolling with your boy. And we're going to keep this